Very hard to get recordings done in the crib. What's up, y'all? This is Henny. And listen, I have got a ton of emails, a ton of texts and calls asking if I was upgrading to that 2020 iPad Pro. And you know what? It is quite the beast. But will I be switching to that from my 2018 iPad Pro and my, iPad Mini and, all the other devices? Am I switching that out? The answer's right after the break. Let's go! The business. So yes, I have had this iPad Pro since the day it was released back in, what was that, October of 2018, and it served me very, very well. I mean, I've actually had no issues when it came to, the way it runs, the power, the build. I haven't been that easy on it. I don't have any cracks or anything, but yeah, I've had this iPad Pro for a little over almost a year and a half now, and what I can tell you is it has held me down since the day I got it. Yes, there have been some issues with this when it came to the audio devices that I was using, making sure that I can get the correct audio, having the right apps work, especially in music production apps, so that I wouldn't get any glitching, any type of distortion or noise. Some of those things were fixed over firmware. Some of those things were fixed during app updates. And others were just, dealing with different interfaces to allow me to be able to, use this to the best of its ability when it came to music. But for everything else, this thing has been a workhorse for me. And every video that you've seen on this channel has, I would say 95, 96% been edited on this or edited on this. I've had this iPad Mini 5 almost a year now. Well, yeah, I think just about a year now. And I truly love the size of this device. Now, I've said before that, I hate the fact that it doesn't have stereo speakers. But other than that, for this device, this is the device I use most often when I'm consuming content because it's so much easier to take around the house and to be able to just go ahead and, watch something with this in my AirPods and I'm good to go, whether I'm, having a snack or I'm lounging on the couch or whatever. So, I have my iPad Mini 5 and I have my iPad Pro 2018. Now, this is the 1 TB, which has 6 gigs of RAM. And, let me check the space. Let me see how much space is in it. You know what? It's dead. Why is it dead? I don't know why it's dead. Damn it. To cut straight to it, let's be honest. No, I'm not going to upgrade to the 2020 iPad Pro. Now, when I said to myself, oh, there's going to be this new iPad, I'm wondering what it's going to be able to, what the capabilities are and how much different will it be than what I have in my hand right now. I would tell myself really what I wanted was the 11-inch iPad Pro. And for anybody out there looking for an iPad Pro, I highly suggest the 11-inch more than the 12.9 because, for me, being, the type of person who wants to be as mobile as possible, given the fact that who knows when we'll be mobile again, I always wanted to make sure I had a device that was easy to take with me and, had the right form factor, the right size. And over time, I just decided to myself that, the 12.9 was pretty much in laptop territory. And so I didn't have the want to always want to bring that and lug that around. I always want to just prop that up, similar like I would prop up a laptop and work on it, whether I was editing video, editing pictures, doing some work to my website or answering emails, things of that nature. It was always something that was more like a laptop than something that I could take all around versus the 11-inch iPad Pro, which feels a little bit more small, a little bit more compact, but still gives you enough screen real estate to be able to do everything that you need to do. So if you're in the market for a new iPad, and say, for instance, you have maybe the 2017 iPad Pro, or maybe you have an older iPad and you want to do more professional things on an iPad, I strongly suggest checking out the 2020 iPad Pro in the 11-inch version. Now that they all supposedly have 6 gigs of RAM, they have the new A12Z chip that's, a little bit faster, a little bit faster in the graphics, all the specs. I'm not really a spec guy. I'm just like, how does it work for us in everyday use? And so, if you're in the market for something like that, I would suggest that. But if you have a 2018 iPad Pro, uh, I would just wait on the keyboard and let that be the refresh that you need. Honestly, the 2018 iPad Pro is just as good when it comes to running these apps, getting your work done, having the flexibility to be mobile, be on the go, have things where you can make it your workhorse or make it your play device. All in that, it does very, very well. And there's a lot of options out there if you're in the market for an iPad. And so if you're somebody, like I said before, you're a student or somebody that does not have a big budget, you might really want to look at some of the older models, because you can get a lot for the value right now. Even the 2017 iPad Pro that comes in the 10.5 version, my wife and my daughter have both of those, and they're still working very, very well. This 2018, you're going to be able to find this discounted really, really soon, if not already. You might be able to get more storage for around the same price. Find something like this. Or if you want something a little bit more small, compact, but still has a lot of power, this iPad Mini 5 does great. I've edited videos on this from this same channel. I've been able to work and do music production on this. And the form factor, you can literally fit this in a sling and take this everywhere you go. That's one of my biggest loves about this form factor. And I wish they had a pro model that was a little bit smaller that could do just as much. But we know that's probably not going to happen. So, yeah, I mean, all in all, I would tell you more than anything, just do your research and try to figure out what your needs are. If you're somebody that's into music like I am, if you're somebody into videography like I am, or photography, you can do all of the things that you need to do on one device. And don't let anybody tell you that you can't, because I've been doing it on this channel for a few years now, using one device to get it all done. Whether I'm, shooting on this camera, editing it on LumaFusion, exporting it and importing to YouTube, whether I'm taking shots from the camera or using an iPhone to record in an iPad to edit. All of those things are capable. And, all the other apps, they really don't take much power at all. On music production, I've been able to create and mix and produce and master whatever you need to do. It has the capabilities, and the apps are getting better and better by the day. So, yes, I'm not going to be upgrading this year. And you know what? I don't feel too bad about it, because I really want to make sure that the devices that I invest in, will last a little bit of time. And I think a lot of us, we get so caught up on the latest and greatest that we don't think about what we truly need and what's the best investment for us. Sometimes there's a lot of ways that you can get a better deal when it comes to refurbished or used products, like, camera equipment, iPad, technology in general, to be able to get a better deal and get something that'll last you a while, that won't hurt your pockets. Because we know all right now that we are all stuck in a situation to where, it's stressful, it's tight. We got to hold on to everything that we got to make sure that we know that we can maintain. And I pray that everybody's maintaining right now. I pray that everybody is still, not losing their minds. And as we go week by week, that we're finding new things to do for ourselves, finding new things to do with our family and those who are close around us, that we're really taking this thing seriously, and that we're allowing time to just understand ourselves better, to be able to be better people in this world. Because this is the time. This is the time to figure out, what it is about yourself that what you maybe you're truly wanting to do, that you truly, had a passion to think about doing. Do that research. Try to figure it out. Follow your passions. Follow the things that, that your mind is drifting towards, because, there's no better time than now to figure out what it is that you want in your life. So, yeah, that's it. Short and sweet. I wanted to give y'all a little something, because people have been asking me, was I going to upgrade, and when is that review coming? It is probably not coming anytime soon, until I, find a big reason to upgrade, which I highly doubt it. Yeah, the 2018 iPad Pro is still kicking and doing quite well. So I'll catch y'all in a little bit. Take care. Head 'em out!
This is a test. This is a test.